The secret is to make the best of today. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what's going on today with these crazy cryptocurrency market? We got that sideways action continuing into Monday as we're looking at 9,500. Just a tidbit of green, nothing to write home about. What are we going to see as we're looking at the future of Bitcoin? Can we make some $1 million moves here coming up? Possibly, right? I mean, we got the anticipation of Bitcoin coming down a little lower, possibly to 8,500. We see that whales are manipulating the market. We know this is a constant around here in Bitcoin. Are you ready to accumulate if the price goes down? Do you personally see the price going up? Because, hey, you never know what the markets are going to do. You know, they get you thinking one way and then something totally different happens. That's one of the amazing things about being in the cryptocurrency space. But hodling is always the best strategy. Daily cost averaging when the mirror multiple tells you it's a good time. And you know, who's here preaching all these things right along with me, trying to spread Bitcoin awareness out there, beating the drums. My co-host, Sammy.
Good evening, everyone.
So how'd you like that introduction?
It was long and fancy.
I was trying to ramp it up there a bit for you. I mean, you are a key member of Bitcoin and Coffee here. Even though your face isn't out here, you are a intricate part of this entire process around here.
Right, whether you guys know it or not, I have been there from the very beginning.
If nothing else, the moral and emotional support that you provide for me.
As you like to say, the alpha and the omega.
There was never a time before Samantha, and there will be nothing without Samantha.
There was, but he says he doesn't remember, so who knows, right?
Would you mind pulling up Coin Paprika? Let's take a look at these cryptocurrency charts real quick together so we can see that there's just sideways action and nothing really happening. I got a little bit of news today, not too much for a Monday. Of course, comment in the chat. Let us know what you're thinking, what you got going on. That's always the most important part of this show is you guys and what you're saying and what you're thinking. That's why we do the show. That's why we have the free help desk. That's why we're constantly out there trying to make a movement, right, towards getting Bitcoin awareness going. There's a revolution at hand, and I think it's funny that a lot of people are starting to talk about it lately. We're starting to hear people discussing, you know, the categories of what we're going to see the governments do and how we're possibly in this honeymoon phase before we go into the black market phase and then into the punishment phase and then acceptance. So, I mean, I've always been preaching about the revolution. I know that the revolution is happening just beneath the surface. And I know that all you have to do to partake in this revolution is trade a little bit of fiat. And we got third-party companies out there by the boatload now helping you hook up your credit card and debit card and everything else to be able to get a little bit of Bitcoin.
I mean, back in the day, no one knew about the Underground Railroad. It was after the fact.
Well, you know, somebody was saying, oh, well, I don't have thousands and thousands of dollars to be able to put into this because you have to have thousands of dollars in order to make any money when Bitcoin's moving less than 10% or only 10%.
You got $5?
Well,
$10? I
just start saying, here in America, yes, okay, you're thinking thousands, but to a majority of the world, that $100 that you might be able to scrape together in a month
could feed their family for like 4 months or something. Like, no worries. Everybody be like super comfy kosher.
You're
like,
way ahead of the game if you got any Bitcoin. That's all there is to it. All right. So we got the BTC dominance coming in at 64.26%. That's fantastic. I mean, not so great for people hoping for that altcoin season, but we're still seeing that BTC dominance carry along sideways. We got that market cap coming in at $264 billion, sliding backwards just a tiny bit, almost 1/3%. We're not going to get that up over the $300 billion mark until we see the price of Bitcoin moving. As we come in right now at $9,531. That's down only 0.11 at the moment. We're taking a 7.86% hit for the week. We got Ethereum on the other side of $200 at 211 right now. Complete sideways action on that one, down almost 3%. We got XRP coming in at 31 cents on the dot. That's down about 0.5%, down 3.33 for the week. We got Litecoin under the $100 still, coming in at $90.59. That's a little bit of green right there, up almost 1%, down 4.89% on the week. We got Bitcoin Cash coming in at $306. That's down 1% on the last 24 hours, down 1.3% on the last 7 days. So not too bad there on the fall. BNB token, $27, down 2.6%. That's down 12% on the week. I mean, they fell below that $30 line. They stayed below it. Are they going to get back over it? I mean, we have American customers exiting. We've seen all kinds of news, coming out of
Buffett,
it.
yes.
No, that's Tron.
Oh, you're right.
I know you like to get those two confused.
It's almost Asian invasion, but it's not.
We got Tether at $1. We got EOS at $4.22. We got Bitcoin Satoshi's Vision at $146, and we got Stellar Lumas at 8.3 cents.
See, now I don't know. Is EOS? I mean, should I go for 550 or should I go for the 350? Like, I don't have a lot. Well, it's up, I guess, 2%. So maybe.
I don't know. Let's take a look at the Steam back dollar real quick, I guess. Steam back dollar. 94 cents. Sliding backwards, maybe telling us that these altcoins are a little undervalued.
Yeah. That's a little lower than normal.
As we do every single episode, because we are a not-for-profit organization that's out here trying to spread Bitcoin awareness. We like to get out there to electric music festivals and pass out flyers with embedded QR codes that get you started with Bitcoin and have a hashtag Bitcoin and Coffee so that you can come back to this channel and utilize all of the knowledge that we all bring together, as we watch this and talk in the chat and discuss the events of the day with Bitcoin, but also that I have a help desk if you have those introductory problems of, how do I get my hardware set up? How do I get an account at, an exchange? What is leverage trading? How do I use Shapeshift? All of those different things.
What does arbitrage mean? Yeah.
We all know that education is one of the hardest things to find in this space because there's a lot of people willing to turn you in the wrong direction. They're willing to scam you. They're willing to take your buck in order to show you some of the most simplest thing. And that's not necessarily what we need in the space. We need simple how-to educational tutorials for everyone to be able to learn how to do this, right? Yeah. We need this to be very basic because it's money, right? And everyone needs to be able to use it. And now, yes, at this exact moment, it is a little difficult.
It's curiosity killed the cat. Like, it's not supposed to be that, but when you start asking questions and show how naive or how you're not sure, everybody likes sharks to the chum.
Okay, well, here with this Tally Fund, we're trying to raise money so that we can get out there to this event. We're trying to go a little bit bigger than we've gone the last 3 times. We appreciate everything you guys have done so far. And I mean, we just want to get out of the state of Florida. We're going to head to Arkansas. But the problem is that there's 60 days on this Tally Fund, but technically it's only about 30 days and we have to purchase these tickets before the price go up. So I really would like you guys to, if you got a couple Satoshis here, we're calling it Satoshis for Sam at the moment. Please donate a little bit. You could also super chat, or there's a Facebook fundraiser. If you go down to the links down below, that helps out quite a bit.
If you don't want to Satoshi me, Satoshi Eugene. I mean, however you got to justify it to yourself. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. He's getting a little panicky because it is getting closer. This is the only way that we know how to actually be able to make enough money to go
to offset it, yes. Right? Because I mean, we could go to the event by ourselves, but I mean, we would definitely not be able to.
Yeah, it'd be like some peanut butter and jellies.
Well, we ended up short last time, so
yes, but only by like a couple $100, and we were able to offset it, I guess. I mean, we were able to compensate.
Yeah, we cut back on the flyers a little bit and the paper quality and stuff. I definitely don't think that's how I would like to cut back this time.
We also didn't stay 2 nights at a hotel, even though it was 2 days. Like, we only stayed 1. Like, there was consolidation to try to be like, well, that's how this is going to work.
All right. So do we got anybody in the chat over there, Samantha, or am I kind of just ranting out here on the internet with nobody listening?
We have
Speaking to the ether.
All right. We have Paul Rouleau. He says, survived another Monday, and I am ready for Bitcoin and coffee. We love you, Paul.
Paul, my man, I appreciate you coming out here.
BTC Moon Guy. He says, "Rock on, Bitcoiners."
Nice, BTC Moon guy. Awesome. I'm glad that you're back.
We always like the old, just like Andy Anderson. I mean, it's nice, and he used to be, I think, Just Murphy or P Murphy.
P Murphy.
But I mean, like, it is nice to see. It's got Gable. There's a few that it's like, oh, I remember, like,
Yeah, yes, I am like, for I am.
Oh yes, like 3rd episodes type deal. You gotta love it. All right. Andy Anderson is here. He says howdy.
Andy, buddy, thanks. I'm glad you guys can make it. I only got a couple pieces of news, so if there's anything in particular that you would like to discuss or talk about or whatever in the chat, please let me know what you got going on.
We got Worldly Traveler. He says hi from Mendolin, Colombia.
All right.
Paul Rouleau said he just donated another 20 to our Facebook.
Paul Rouleau, my man, you can't be the only person supporting this tally fund. I'm going to have to block you from this.
I know, right? You can't work to give us more.
I know. If this was the case scenario, you should just get a ticket and join us out there, my man. I'd love to have help passing out flyers. As I'm always telling you guys.
Rent an RV, you can bring your girl and your cats. I mean, come on. Like, it'll be just fine.
If you guys are out there in the cryptocurrency space and you want to do a little more than just sit on the sidelines, it's getting involved around here is very easy, right? We're not confrontational in any way. We're open to any ideal, any suggestions, and that's all it takes to get started, right? Give us some suggestions, we'll run with it, or you can get involved a little further. You can help make flyers. You could come to an event. You could do an interview. You could make timestamps. You could make thumbnails. There's a million different things that could happen. I mean, we're just trying to help people get educated.
We're just people, and we need more people to help give us more to give to others. I mean, we have been together or been with each other for 20 years. Okay, so lots of the same brainwaves going on here, and sadly, we just want more collaboration to be able to reach more people. Just like how the flyers for EDC, when I literally cleaned somebody's house and he said, yeah, I have it. I just didn't know what it was. Well, that's because me and Eugene knew what it was. I mean, it was very easy to tell, but not for other people.
So you want to get in a little bit of this news? The first one?
We got people.
Ooh.
Hold on.
All right.
So, Bitcoin Jake is here. He says hi. JT
buddy.
Irby is here. He says, what's up, Pete?
JT Irby, nice, my man.
Bitcoin Jake says, I got inspired to start a tally fund to upgrade my big computer because you guys, it's on my videos now.
All right. I'll have to go like tweet that out and share it or something after this. You got to be careful with the tally fund. I don't know if that's one of the reasons I had received a strike because it could be considered under gambling. Either that or it was some of the possible faucets that I had down there for Bitcoin. Because there's also gambling.
Yeah, It was a both. Like, would you like to take your faucet?
That's why there's like no links down there anymore. I'm sorry. I remember I used to be able to tell you guys there was a list of tools down below to help get you started in the cryptocurrency markets. Well, I had to nix all that part out of there.
Just in case we got rid of everything because we weren't sure which one was what. Mm-hmm. All right, you're good.
All right. Well, the first bit of news I got, it's just one line here, but it means a lot in a lot of different ways. And what I have written here is segregated witness transactions in Bitcoin payments are totaling 48.1%. Exactly.
Yeah, like I really would.
It's like you start to feel like, all right, and then you realize that that's 51% of the people that aren't using segregated witness transactions yet.
Segment was a while
and it's like
ago,
that. Yep,
really?
that was a while ago.
Yeah.
So what's the holdup? Well, at the same time, you realize you stop and you think big picture. Well, I'm highly advanced when it comes to cryptocurrency. Most people just keep their cryptocurrency at an exchange. Most people like the stop loss. They're afraid of the volatility.
Yeah, but a lot of the exchanges, a lot of the stuff
have started to. So now, really, what are we talking? Who are making these transactions that are non-segregated witness wallets?
I mean, yes. How are we not at like 80 to 90 something % SegWit and not 41. Like, what is that?
I know, and people want to talk about block size and being able to fit more transaction in it,
What
and
can
the
you
fees.
do at a
Well, the
fee?
fees are high. Well, hey, if you guys all start using segregated witness wallets, then hey, you know what? The fees would actually probably come down just a little bit more. And at the same time, I mean, I love that I can point it out because I'm not a big fan of the guy, but Tone Vase showed everybody that you can set a transaction for 2 Satoshis a byte, and I have done it myself too. So, I mean, between me and him, it's kind of proven now.
They're funny. Okay. So, Bitcoin Jake says, I've had to use short links to post things before. Yep. Crypto Kerbert's here. He says, yo, sup?
Kerber, awesome. I'm glad you could join us. Hey, if you guys wouldn't mind hitting the thumbs up, it really helps out this video. It was amazing the other day when I asked you guys if you could hit the thumbs up, and there was really, there was like
50-50.
Yeah,
something.
no, it was even better. It
awesome.
was like there was 15 people that came and watched us in the live chat, and there was 13 thumbs up, and it was like, wow. When you guys do stuff like that, I know we're showing up in the side chats. I mean, we don't have to have a lot of numbers. It's the ratio. I know you guys can see it right now. It says down the bottom how many you're watching, and then you can see how many are thumbs up. And if that's not blue, can you please click it for me?
I mean, if
you're here,
if you're watching it, if you like the rambling that we have going on, I mean, you are here. Just hit it. You don't even have to say anything.
All right. So do we got more going on in the chat, Samantha, or should I get into...
I am is here. And he says,
right. I was just talking about you, my man. Really? If you go back like 3 minutes ago.
Yep. Timestamp. All right. Bitcoin Jake says, well, a lot of that 51 is custodial wallets like Coinbase. The adoption will grow exponentially soon, he feels.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just that, once again, you know, I've been in the crypto space so long, so time is 10 times faster than regular time, but it's just that when I see things like Bitcoin ERC20 wrap tokens gaining traction and becoming almost as many Bitcoins as locked up on the Lightning Network, and when I see segregated witness payments only at 48%, and it's been over a year at this point, it's just... Okay, what is the holdup? If you are in Bitcoin and you are wanting the advancement and the furtherment, then why are you dragging your feet? If you wanted to take that party and that route, you had your opportunity. Bitcoin Cash split off, and then they've already had theirs split off too. We're going to have Bitcoin Satoshi's vision. So why are you still part of this party, like this group that we are all in Bitcoin, and still not helping the network?
Yes,
that's my big pet peeve of the whole situation.
We came to consensus, but we didn't, because literally as soon as you had to put your vote in, everybody just kind of dispersed and did what they wanted. And I mean, now we're turdunkening on top of turdunkening things, where it's like, I mean, how asinine is an ERC20 token Bitcoin? Really?
Well, they do have their purposes and certain reasons. It's just that the Lightning Network, I feel, that is our next evolution in Bitcoin that we've been saying and preaching for a while here. So why are we not gaining more traction with people becoming willing to lock up their Bitcoin into the Lightning Network? I mean, is it a reluctancy on the technology? Is it a lack of education and understanding how to use it? Or is it accessibility?
Going with nodes so that you don't even have to lock up everything. You just have to lock up what you're purchasing and things. I mean, really?
Okay.
So Truth Monster is here. He says, I just use BCH. It works.
It does work.
I
mean, we could be looking at possibly, a lot of people are trying to figure out ways to use it for data storage. So, I mean, not necessarily the original 10 case for it, but hey, Ethereum had mentioned it, or Vitalik had mentioned it for Ethereum.
Vitalik tapping. Okay. So BTC Moon Guy says, if anyone's following, is anyone following this CNBC guy, Joe Squawk? Squawk? Well, we're going to go with Squawk. Pumping the halving today and stock to flow. He understands scarcity.
I haven't. I
we
don't.
do not watch CNBC. Zero. I also do not watch CNN. I mean, I don't think I watch any of. Yeah.
I know, and I messed up my Twitter because I started trying to follow everybody back who was following me, and a lot of people that started following me are just like garbage. Like it's like scammy stuff. So when I started following them, it started filling my feed with all of that kind of stuff. So I know it makes it difficult. I need to get a whole nother Twitter up and going for my personal usage where I can start following, informed cryptocurrency
this is why the
influencers.
Deep Web forums or whatever, okay? That's how you get the people who aren't worried about whatever.
You brought it up the word, Samantha. So that's what our next story is about. We're looking at the dark web, and we're looking at a drug dealer. And we're looking at, what's his name here? Richard Castro. Castro? Castro? Yeah. All right. The attorney's office out of the Southern District of New York is coming out and saying that this guy, Richard Castro, who went by a lot of different aliases, Chemical _USA, Chemist USA, things like that, and Jagger 109, a random one out of there.
Jagger.
Sold drugs, right? On the, not only the dark web, but at the drug markets, the illegal markets, at Alpha Bay and Dream Market from November of 2015 all the way through March of 2019. So not that long ago.
Nope, only like 4 or 5 months.
Well, he was bragging on Dream Market that he has pulled off over 3,200 transactions. That's a lot.
It is.
Okay.
Like, yes.
So this guy is raking it in, right? Yeah. Selling drugs on the dark market, collecting Bitcoin, going through all sorts of different shenanigans in order to be able to...
Shenanigans.
Well, I mean, he turned it into Zambian dollars, like 10 quadrillion dollars or something.
10 quadrillion.
Yep, in order to get it into like cash and his money laundering process. But what we're really looking at...
As long as you do it in under a minute, you're not losing any money, right? When you go with some, yeah.
Well, what we're looking at here is that he messed up. He decided that he was going to, in June of 2018, that he was going to start moving off of the dark web and that he was going to start using encrypted emails, and that for a certain fee that you'd be able to get his email address and then you'd be able to communicate with him that way. Well, an undercover police officer paid the fee, gained access to the email, started ordering, making multiple orders, and went ahead and tracked him down, and they arrested him during this process. I mean, first off, I guess the mistake was going out on his own. The second mistake was that he was also mailing this stuff directly from his house.
Yeah, I mean, right. Return to sender this. And
well, not return to sender, but that they set up shop like directly outside and across the street and were like watching him.
Yes, able to surveillance because, oh, we have your address and we're just going to look in your bay window.
Okay, well... Now he has to, as part of his plea deal, he's going to be turning over $4 million worth of ill-gotten assets. And that includes money and the contents of 7 different Bitcoin wallets.
Of course that does. All right. So even murder, the ringneck, does not feel that 4 million should just, yes. Mm-hmm. Wow.
I mean, there's a lot to this. I mean, it seems to go along with
more and more of a bitch. I mean, really?
Well, I mean, they know that they couldn't get the Bitcoin from him.
Yes,
and I'm assuming that a majority of this probably was in Bitcoin still.
Yes, and they just wanted, your phrases and your access. And hey, guess what? You get 15 years off your sentence. I mean, yes.
I mean, this is going to be a continuously growing thing, right? As we see regulations starting to unroll from the United States, the same thing that we've seen before where America likes to use as scapegoats. They take a problem and they make it bigger than what it really is, and they use it as their broad spectrum antibiotic in order to fix it. And they say, dark web, cryptocurrency, drug markets, terrorism, illicit photographs, all of these things. And then, boom, people that have no education in this, people that don't know about it, people that don't understand what's happening here in the revolution are going to say, yeah, that's fine. They're doing bad stuff. Who cares? Regulate it.
All right, JTRV says, smash the likes. Bitcoin Jake says there is a Steam pegged BTC token. Now also Steam Engine at DEX on Steam.
There's going to be a new currency or cryptocurrency that's going to be pegged to the price of hemp.
He says, I'd say lack of education and fear. I mean,
I don't know. I mean, you know me, guys, right? I like to hope for the best and prepare for the worst. So hoping for the best is, the price of Bitcoin goes up, the government takes a lax to it, lax regulation, lax, at being active against doing anything towards it.
Well, yeah,
and
the
adoption starts
out, yeah.
Adoption starts growing, the price starts to go up there and stabilize, merchants start to accept it, then they start realizing it's a problem. The other is that is the price of Bitcoin going to go up enough to get me out of the country before it becomes illegal and support me as I'm overseas?
I mean, yes, the best case scenario right now.
Because, I mean, it's not like I'm giving up. I'm in for life.
I mean, it is that, yes, the government avoids the pink elephant in the room.
Well, I mean, if I lived in India right now, I'd be freaking out.
Yes.
Like, we'd be like, oh my God, we got to sell the house.
Banned, yes. Like, oh, we're criminals. Let's, liquidate.
Like,
right
we
now.
got to go.
Like, now, we're criminals. Yes.
So, I mean, I don't see this happening tomorrow. I don't see that happening this year or next year, but it's that these things could be coming to fruition. And, which one is it going to be? Are we going to have enough adoption and, U.S. taking a long time? So the price of Bitcoin increases as we increase scalability and, anonymity and everything else with Bitcoin. Or are we going to go the other way where we start seeing the regulation stifle the price of Bitcoin, which then leads to not much adoption, because we know that adoption really happens when the price of Bitcoin increases, because most people are motivated by greed, not by the desire to make the future better, because people can't see past the end of their own nose. All
right. So JT Irby asks, has anyone else downloaded the Daedalus wallet? Bitcoin Jake says, for ADA, my buddy has like 10K ADA on a node. I haven't yet. And Truth Monster says, who's the Joe Weed with the thumbs down? We always have a thumbs down.
Yeah, they do it. They do it as soon as I post the video,
and
because
no one says anything.
I posted the video 3 hours before we came out here, and they had a thumbs down within 5 minutes.
Okay, so yeah.
So
no,
I mean,
they don't
either it's James Bond or it's somebody else. And I've asked during the last couple episodes, please just communicate with me. Tell me what you think I'm doing wrong. I mean, somebody complained quite a bit about the microphone, so I took up the fund and we've improved the microphone. Somebody had said something once again about the photograph, or I mean the image. So I actually switched up the Ethernet cable and went out and bought it's better, it's higher capacity, better grade wire.
$5 or something. I mean, yes, it is more industrial for sure, besides the one that we had going on.
So I mean, if you just speak up, I got no problem trying to make things better around here. I just want to appease people so that you guys would take the time to listen, so that I can at least get the message across that Bitcoin is the future, and don't listen to what anyone else is telling you, because no one else has your best interest at heart.
All right. Paul Rouleau says that he downloaded that wallet a long time ago and held quite a bit of Cardano on it for a while. Okay. Cool. JT Irby says, yeah, it's pretty cool, and rewards supposed to start in a few months. Staking rewards for the ADA wallet of the whatever. I can't pronounce it, so obviously that's what it's going to be. Alrighty. And JT Irby says, Eugene, right there with you on leaving the U.S. It's become a total joke, and not just with crypto.
I mean, it's just that, I am a regular person. I live paycheck to paycheck and all that kind of stuff. So it's like, I mean, how do I get up and just get up out the United States? It's like, yes, I do have a little bit of crypto stashed and all of that, but it's nothing that I'd want to start cashing in on today's prices
live
to
off
live.
Your small nest egg when it's
right.
like, oh, I could have a bigger nest egg if I just suck it up.
So it's like, how do you leave the country and continue working somewhere else when you're just a general laborer?
Yes, or you're on a visa or something and a something. And,
I mean, I'm sure that these things are happening and people can do these things. I just have no knowledge in it. So it would have to be a whole another adventure that I have to add to my repertoire of pokers I got in the fire already, trying to keep this train a-going.
I mean, I know, sadly, because of my profession, there is a lot of foreigners. I mean, just like I've said, like people from Greece, from Russia, from like Mexico, Spain. I mean, civil service working or whatever. And it's like, I get along with all of them way better than the fat Americans that are complaining that their feet are swollen and hurt as they're like cleaning rooms. And it's like, you realize the struggle is real, right? like not what you have going. Like, all of us feel like crap all the time. You just keep it to yourself. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Everyone's entitled to have their own emotions, but it doesn't mean that the world's going to stop and pay attention.
Yes. Compassion and empathy are not necessities. We'll just go with that. I mean, you hear all the time about how the people in a big city didn't call 911 and kept on walking by or whatever as someone was dying because it was like, wow, they're just being super dramatic. Yep.
All right. So is there anything else going on in that chat? Because we have to go pick up our kid tonight.
Good,
he's at that band boot camp thing.
Yeah,
the band boot camp until 9.
Band, cover guard, and something else. All of it. Yes. Marching and synchronized lines or whatever, playing instruments. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So is there anything going on in that chat?
No, we are good.
We're good. Yes. All right, you guys. I really appreciate you guys coming out here and hanging out with us tonight. It's fantastic that you guys are getting out here with us like every night, right? Because we've been out here every single night at 8 o'clock. We were trying for 7, but Samantha's been working hard, so she's not getting home until later. So these 8 o'clock shows seem to be working out. We're continuing right along with them. I did do a show on the dark web. We had Josh and his girlfriend Katie. It was a couple nights ago. The video is very visible. You should go back. You should check it out. You should give it the thumbs up. It was not bad. I had a little bit of echo in the first like 2-3 minutes, but then it passed and the rest of the video went over very well. Getting ready to start making a second and third one. Josh and Katie are going to be coming back and joining us in 2 weeks from the last video. I'm thinking about making another screen share video of how to get on and possibly just a couple websites to start exploring, like the search engines. I still got to work through some details. Yeah.
And all of the things.
Still trying to work through some details on that one. I have to read over the YouTube rules a little bit more. Besides all of that, I got links down below to all of the other social medias that I'm posting to. If you come and follow me over there, I'd really appreciate it, especially on Facebook. I don't have a lot of followers on Facebook. I'm not trying to get like crazy followers, but it's a nice place to be able to post my media and messages, because when it rains and things like that, we don't have a show. It'll let you guys know in case you're looking for us, in case you're worried. Last time when we went off air because of the strike for 3 weeks, the only way we could relay a message was through Twitter, but not many people were able to follow us. So yes. I just would like to prevent those issues from happening again. So just come over, give us a follow on the other social medias. Besides that, I got email down below for the free help desk. There's a Proton mail in case you want to start asking about dark web questions. We are also answering them as well. Josh is going to be joining in on this project as well, so he may be able to answer some questions if I can't. I hope you guys are having a great time. I really appreciate you coming out here. Remember, some Satoshis for Sam so we can get out there and pass out some flyers, you guys. Don't leave Paul Rouleau to be the only contributor.
The sole donator.
I know. I mean, Paul Rouleau, we're gonna have to take a vacation and come up there and see you.
Right.
We'll make it a
We'll come
2-for-1-er.
visit
You know I
man.
love stuff like that. I'll go see my family, and then I'll make sure we spend a day and we come over and visit you.
JT Irby says marching band, cool. And no, yes, our kid plays the bassoon, the violin, and is also in chorus. Yes, all sorts of artsy fartsy.
Yeah, more like his mother than me. I can't clap my hands to a beat.
No, and no tune.
Yeah, I'm tone deaf.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Great weekend. I hope you guys have a great week. I will see you tomorrow, 8 o'clock, right?
Yes, or earlier because I actually don't work tomorrow. So
oh, 7. All right, 7 tomorrow. Hit the notification bell. That'll help. All right, you guys. Keep your BTC safe. Later.
Bye, guys.